Let's talk Relationship 101. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk Relationship 101. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk Relationship 101. Come on, let's talk. Hi, hello everybody, hello. And we welcome you to Let's Talk Relationship One-on-One. I am your host, Tina Reed, and I am so excited about what we're going to talk about today, or about the new show altogether. But before I do that, I have to introduce to you this wonderful, and I guess he kind of cute too, my co-host, Mr. Darrell Lomax. Go on, tell him, hey, Darrell.
Cute for babies and handsome for men. Okay, let's get it right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, handsome co-host, Mr. Darrell Lomax. What's going on, man?
Hello.
Oh, well, wonderful. Listen, are you excited about what we're about to talk about, this whole new show?
Of course. It's been, we've been on the page for what, about 2 years?
Yes.
I guess the excitement got everybody excited, but, I'm ready to do this.
You ready to? All right.
I'm ready to see what we're going to get out of this.
Well, let's tell the viewers a little bit about Let's Talk Relationship 101. Let's Talk Relationship 101 is just a show about real people having a real discussion about real relationships. That's what we're doing. And the aim of this show is just for us to have an open, intelligent, respectful dialogue about what relationship consists of. We're going to talk about being single, being married, even divorced. And yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Side pieces.
And so we're going to talk about side pieces too.
Hey, people leave home for the side pieces.
There, we're not talking about no side pieces. But listen, and we're also going to talk about sex because it's all a part of it. But in its right context too, Darrell.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, so let's get started. So, before we get really into the meat of relationships, and because we're new to this, Darrell, I think it would be befitting if we introduced ourselves. Right. And I'll let you go first.
Oh, I had to go first. I thought ladies always go first.
Well, since I talked first, I guess I'll go ahead and relinquish my throne. Because a mighty woman can always relinquish her throne. She don't have to be money, publicity hungry.
I hear you. Y'all see what I'm dealing with up here, right? But Darrell Lomax, from the McGee area. Some of you already had controversial dialogue in Relationship 101. So, I'm looking forward to doing a little bit more, but on the television side of it and things. And thanks to, I guess, the founder of this, Cedric Punch Walker, who's not here, and I'm looking for my stuff in my studio.
Oh, God.
Oh, you got
I'm Tina Reed, as I told you earlier. But Darrell keeps making reference to a group on Facebook called Relationship 101. And it was started by, yes, our very own homeboy, Cedric Punch Walker. And he started this amazing group where people come together and throw out questions. And we have open dialogue, and it's always respectful in this group. And so what happened, he just thought it would be great to make it into a talk show.
Right.
And so he asked us to do this. And so I thought this was awesome for him to do. So therefore, with that being said, I am Tina Reed. I am a coach mentor for Five Kind of Child Development Incorporated, and I have my master's in social work. So I know a little bit about relationships because I've been married for 15 years to my wonderful husband, Mr. Glenn Reed, with his old fine self.
Here we go.
With his old fine self. And also I have 3 beautiful children. And one thing about it, Darrell, when I look back over my life, I've been on every side of relationship. I've been single, married now, and unfortunately, been a side chick too. I just hate to say it. I hate to say it. But but one thing about it, honey, we thank the Lord for saving. So let's get into the meat of it. So Darrell, when I looked at relationships, and I came up with a definition for a relationship. And it said, the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected to or a state of being connected. But the one that I really liked was an emotional and sexual association between two people. So what do you think relationships really consist of?
Kind of two different definitions, but if you combine them, I think people like that more, because you said in the first part of it, two or more. If you put relationship in two or more and stuff, that's going to be the man and the woman, or the man and man, or the woman, and the side piece. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm the edgy side of this. I'm just going to let you know I'm the edgy side. I'm going to say what a lot of people want to say or want to know. Those are the points I'm going to get at. She going to hit the good points.
Well, we're going to try to anyway.
For your pastor and your missus.
That's right now, because let me give my disclaimer. Let me give my disclaimer on something. Now, I do love God. I am saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Spirit. But at the same time, when you're talking about relationships, you got to be real, period. Right. And saved folks have sex too. Saved folks go through situations, they go through divorce, and unfortunately, saved folks have side pieces and chicks and men and all that. So at the same time, we have to be real when we discuss, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to be real in every discussion that we have. And we also we're going to be going live also on Facebook. So we really want your questions. And we want you to just, give us questions so we can talk about. And so we can discuss and let us know what you think.
Oh, the other part of the disclaimers, we are not experts on relationships. We don't claim to be experts on relationships. But we're just trying to give our insight, our input, and give a forum for people to want to comment or have questions that they're having in their lives and their relationships. And relationships are not just, what we're going to talk about here is not going to be just limited to relationships. Right. We may be relationship with God, relationship with your spouse, your kids, the community and stuff like that. So there's different type of relationships that you can be one-on-one with.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Darrell. Because, we must understand that when you're connecting with people, that forms a relationship. And of course, I look at things and I view things from a saved point of view, because I've been in the world and I know what it's like to try to carry on a relationship with people and not really have that soul connection, because I don't have that connection with him.
Right.
And so that makes me, now that's just for me, because I do understand that we talk to a plethora of people. We meet different people that don't have our same belief system.
Right.
So with that being said, I do believe that you must have it's a higher power, it seems to be. You got to have that connection there first, and then you can go into having a connection with someone else.
Right. Yeah, sometimes it's true, but like you said earlier, we do have good church members and good pulpit members that have those side pieces or are side pieces. So we have. That's not always the case. Just because you have the higher deity in your life and stuff, not going to stop you from doing the worldly things. Let's say it like that.
Right. So that's what we have to do. So with that being said, we have to take a break. And so listen, we'll be right back in just a moment with Let's Talk Relationship 101. Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk Relationship 101. And again, I am your host, Tina Reed, with my so handsome co-host,
Mr. Lomax.
Mr. Darrell Lomax. Now listen, as we've already discussed there, we've already kind of dug into what relationships were. And like you said, relationship consists of not just man and woman. It's a relationship with everybody. We have a relationship.
Right.
So, and we have to know how to be respectful and conduct ourselves within that relationship.
Exactly.
But now I was reading, Darrell. I found this cute little It says 6. It was
She can read, but she married.
anyway. It's 6 healthy tips for maintaining a great relationship. But I came up with some questions that I kind of want us to kind of throw around.
Right.
All right. Now the first question is, it was written that relationships, or to have a great relationship, you must have open, honest, and safe communication. It said that it was the foundation of having a healthy relationship.
Right.
Now, my question was, it said open and honest. I agree. But I was trying to figure out why it had to be safe. What do you think the safe meant?
What the safe mean?
Yeah.
I guess if you got some reason we keep going to the side piece thing. I guess that's the safe part of it. Don't let your main get you caught up in your side piece. I'm just saying, communication, you have to break it down like that. I'm just saying, if it's gonna be safe, it has to be safe. We don't know.
Well, why can't the safe be just, if I'm gonna be open and honest,
Right.
and if, let's say we're dating or we're together, and if I'm open and honest, I have to tell you about some things that maybe bother me about you, or you tell me what bothers
Right.
you about me. And I have to be honest if there's a possibility, or maybe a time I may look something else, or just, say, well, yeah, I find other people attractive, but I don't bother, or I don't get into it.
That go to part. That's not safe.
That's
That's not safe.
Why you think it's not safe?
That's not safe. Because don't no man want to hear his woman tell him that she's attractive to some other guy.
Okay, but y'all look all the time.
Where's the proof?
Y'all look all the time.
Who is y'all?
I mean, men. You guys
So
look.
you saying all men are the same now? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying all men are the same, but I am saying that men have a certain makeup. It's a certain kind of pattern you guys have.
Pattern. Explain this pattern.
Okay. Like, for instance, if I have a friend guy and we're talking, let's say a friend guy at work.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
The work boyfriend. That's what they call. That's what they're called.
Okay. Well.
So that's who you're gonna go to when you start having problems at home. You're gonna tell that friend guy at work all the little things that you think that he's just listening. But that's one part of the communication process. He's listening.
He's listening. That's right.
Listening. See that?
Okay, but wait a minute, Darrell.
That's that work boyfriend right there.
I didn't say work boyfriend.
That's the work boyfriend.
Darrell said work boyfriend. I didn't say it. Darrell said it. Okay, but let's say, for instance, well, whoever he is at work, he's a man. We're talking.
Right.
Okay, and so I come to work and I'm upset and I'm kind of frustrated about something that maybe my husband had done, and he's going to explain to me why my husband felt the way he felt. Now, he couldn't know that if he didn't relate to it in some kind of way.
Yes, but back to the first point about your definitions, that's not safe.
Well, no.
It's not safe because you letting someone else in your relationship now. And when you start putting other people into your relationships, that guy might not have had an agenda from the beginning, but because you went to work telling that guy what was going on at home with you and your husband or your significant other, now he's interested, or now he sees opportunity. Maybe he thought you was attractive. Now you are attractive and you having home problems. So the next thing is trying to get you to go out for a drink or something like that, or lunch. He's gonna start with lunch,
But wait a minute there. What if he's just married and so are you saying all those guys?
No, I didn't say all. I never said all. Women like to say y'all, all y'all.
But what I'm saying is, okay, but what if he's just a friend? He's just a friend.
Oh.
I mean, he's just someone at work that we like. I mean, we just work together. He can't just be a friend we work with.
Okay. Oh, he just the friend. Oh, baby, please. Yeah, okay. You don't really believe that, right? You don't really believe that.
Okay, so what you're saying is it's not safe to include other people in your relationship as far as just getting an advice. So what you're saying is, or what you feel. Let me understand you correctly.
Mm-hmm.
What you feel is that when you go to including other people in your relationship, that's where the extramarital affairs or the emotional affair comes.
It opens up those opportunities. Those opportunities are open up because even though you are genuine trying to have someone talk to, what happens is that person sees a vulnerability. Mm-hmm. So when he sees a vulnerable, and I'm gonna say this, it goes both ways. It goes both ways because men go to their jobs and talk to women like that, and women see opportunities too. She's fronting like she got it all like that, but the whole time she don't like you, so that's an opportunity for her to slide right in. Same way with a guy. So I feel like it's unsafe when you start putting other people into your relationship, in your job. The biggest that I'm not gonna say all women, if you women love to do is go talk to your single girlfriend about your relationship. Why are you talking to your single friend that don't have a man, can't keep a man, always love somebody else's man, friend of yours, for advice for your relationship?
Well, fortunately, I know better than to do that because I'm a firm believer.
Sound like you done it before.
Well,
yeah,
I did. But what I did do that one time. And when she was talking, I immediately understood that she didn't know, or she couldn't conceive what I was trying to say, my issue, because she was, oh no, girl, you gonna have to make him do, honey, see, honey, you have to make him, but one thing you understand as a wife, you can't make your husband do anything.
Right.
Like your husband can't make her do anything.
Right.
Same thing.
Right.
So I understood that what I needed to do was get with wiser women, more seasoned women who, and even a divorced woman can offer advice to a married woman. And I just realized.
She can give you the name of a good divorce lawyer.
No, God.
I'm just saying, you know.
No, Darrell.
You stuck it out there. So.
Yes, but
right.
no, but
right.
she can.
She can't tell you how to keep a man if she get a divorce.
She can in a way.
How?
Because
she divorced.
That's right. She knows the do's and the don'ts. She knew when she in other words, when she looked back over her life, she could take full inventory on the fact of her do's and her don'ts, what she did wrong, what he did wrong. And that could be great. That's a great resource for upcoming marriages that's coming up. But one thing I do realize and I do understand is that in life, if you want a farmer, you need to talk to a farmer, not a banker.
Right.
Okay, but that being said, listen, we're going to take another break. We'll be right back. Let's talk Relationship 101. Welcome back to Let's Talk Relationship 101. And again, we are in the midst of an awesome conversation. Now, we were talking about, Darrell, you left off with about talking to single people. If you're married, you were saying that that's not a good thing to talk to single people. They couldn't offer any advice, huh?
I'm not saying that it's not good to talk to single people. It's not good to talk to single people about relationships when you're in a relationship and they're not in a relationship. They trying to hurry up and get you single so we can all go out to the club and party. You know what I'm saying?
Well, sometimes they're not trying to get you necessarily to go to the club, but I do believe that single people need to hang with single people.
Okay, let me say this. You go talk to your girlfriend about your relationship you having a problem in. This how you find out if she's truly a friend and out for the best interest. If she's sitting just listen to you, or he, if they just listen, okay, that might be a friend you can talk to. But when that friend every soon as you get to saying something, girl, he did this. Yeah, girl, I dropped this such and such a long time ago. Girl, he did this. He came in at 3 o'clock. Girl, I dropped him like a bad habit. Girl, let's get together. Girl, let's go. It's time for a girls' night out. If they start doing that, they're not good for you. Not as far as advice for a relationship. Because they don't have the same agenda in the relationship as you do.
Right,
So
right.
you have something to call stability, as in, I'm gonna say in marriage.
Right.
What they call it, stability.
Right.
Well, you got a single girlfriend that the last time you seen her with a man, it was somebody else's man. So I'm just saying, you know, you got some friends. Don't act like don't act like you don't have no Simpson County friends like that now.
I'm not saying a word about nobody. Anyway, so Darrell, all right, so we're in complete agreement that if you want to talk about farming, you need to go to a farmer.
Right.
And if you want to talk about banking, you need to be in the bank.
Right.
That's exactly right.
And don't pick up cats that got the white stripe down the back up. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's gonna stink.
Lord have mercy. We gonna have a good time. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, our next question. Looking at relationships from 1965.
That's kind of hard.
Let's say
I was born in 71.
Okay. Let's say if you remember what your mom and dad relationship was like back in, or you have seen shows.
Okay.
Where the relationship back in 1950s and
Okay.
whatnot, where the man was purely dominant in the house.
Right.
Even if the man was some kind of drunk or whatever he was,
Right.
he was still dominant in the house.
Right.
And so there was no compromising
Right.
then.
Right.
Okay, but now you come to 2000, you know, this decade, what is the problem with compromising now? What do you think? Or is there are we compromising in our relationships, or what do you see when you?
I think there's compromising in relationships. I think what has changed from what you're talking about as far as relationships in the 50s and 60s and 70s is the way the household is made up now. I think more people got married then because it was better to be together, have big families, for the field work. I'm just saying, you know.
Right, that's right.
You know,
that's right.
in the fields back in the day.
That's
So
right.
the more kids you had, you know, the man and the wife stayed together. Hey, the wife made sure she was then part of the house, and the man was outside and he'd go provide and he paid the bills.
Right.
Now, I think where a lot of the compromising coming in at is that women love just one word, and I think it's hard to compromise when women feel like they're this one word, independent. Sometimes I think women are too independent and don't understand how to be a little dependent, which you have to be what they call interdependent. You have to have some dependency.
You just
but
made that
have
word
some
up.
Independence. No, look it up.
That's a word.
Look it up.
Okay, I mean
Look it
you
up.
gotta break it now. I just never heard it. I'm just saying. But I like that. Tell us again. What is the word again?
It's interdependent.
Interdependent.
Right. It's
Interdependent.
in between dependent
And independent.
dependent.
Oh, independent. Okay.
Right. So what
Oh.
happens is, I think that what happens in the household now, women are so independent, and the family structure has broken down.
Yeah.
That women feel like they can do a lot of things on their own until you start putting them on the spot. And I know we're gonna get to some shows that women gonna get put on the spot with me, because one minute you know y'all say y'all can do what men can do, and
But wait. Darrell.
y'all can do what men can do, and y'all independent. So I'm gonna put you on there.
Some.
I think I said some.
Some women think that way, but
We're gonna say a lot in the one-on-one.
look,
A lot on the relationship in one-on-one.
Some women think that. I personally feel that there are roles that everyone plays in a relationship.
Right.
I have no problem with a man being a man. I can still have my independence,
Right.
and I can still let him be a man,
Right.
you know, because of the different roles that we play. The man for so long was known, he goes out, he gets the food, gets to this, get to that, and he does all the outside work, what it seemed like.
Right.
And then the women come in, they do the inside work. But because of society and because of the way that a lot of men have dropped off and they have neglected their responsibilities, the woman had to step up. And she had to do what she had to do, especially in our African American society.
True.
You know, I heard a little video about is it Kevin Durant? Yeah, Kevin Durant said it. He was at a press conference or getting an award, or I guess right after the thing,
Right.
the game, and he sat there and he said to his mama, "I remember when you went to bed, didn't eat, we ate. You were raising 2 boys by yourself.
Right.
We were moving from place to place." And the daddy, I bet you, if he's still alive, I bet you he want to come up now though.
Right.
But at the same time, he looked at her and he said, "But you the real MVP because of everything that she sacrificed."
Right. Right.
So it's just the fact, and then when she's done that whole time, now a man want to come up and love her,
Right.
but she's been that way the whole time.
Right.
But the most important thing about a woman, she can forgive, but she still hurt.
Right.
And I'm still looking at that next man through the same lens of the man that hurt me.
Right. And that's wrong.
It's wrong.
That's wrong.
It is.
Because when women get to talking about, I'm looking for Mr. Right, I'm looking for the God-fearing man and stuff, but when you still carrying baggage in the back of your head from the last relationship,
Right.
every man you see looks like that man.
Right.
And every man that you see is not like that man.
Right.
So what happens is you end up done passed on or done skipped by or just done completely ignored the good man that is good for you because you so independent and so, I'm not gonna say your standards high because there's nothing wrong with having high standards.
That's right.
That your perception of men is still thrown off by what you have gone through. And
That's
if you're gonna make a man, if you're gonna punish all men for what one man done, then yeah, you probably gonna stay by yourself for a long time. Yeah.
Oh, Lord, you know, we can go on and on about this, Darrell, and you know we can.
Exactly.
But we have to wrap up. So what do you think about the show so far? So you think our first did pretty good, huh?
I don't know. I'm not gonna judge it because I'm on it. So that's kind of that's a bias coming in. We're gonna find out from
the viewers in just a minute.
We're gonna find out.
Well, listen, look, I'm gonna get really bonus now. We thank y'all for hanging out with us today. But no, we're just here. Remember, we're real people having a real discussion about real relationships. And we thank you so much for joining us. Until next time.